I'm very expensive as a speaker. Have you noticed that? And this is what this business is all about. I tell you how to be in the position where you are an expensive person. And that's what we're here to learn, so I do not apologize in any way, form, or fashion for introducing you someone who has succeeded in doing what I am trying to get each of us in this room to reach. Before I get started, I would like to introduce a very good friend of mine that was not here yesterday. He was out, had to make a presentation. And I had the privilege, when I was with Wade Cook Seminars, to teach. When I left, we had 125 people in attendance at my speaker training every 2 weeks. And we had a lot of people that made really big money. No one made under 150,000, or I had to cut them, because you just, as you can see, people in the room are your buying audience. And if you put a speaker up there that doesn't sell anything, I can't afford it. It costs me money. Well, the person I want to introduce to you now went through the training program the fastest of anyone in the entire history of the company, which surprised me in no end, because I should say no, which did not surprise me because he is so capable. It surprised the daylights out of me, because he was manager of a grocery store. That was his background to being a public speaker. So if you're sitting here and say, well, I have no background in this, you're exactly where you need to be. And I want him to stand, if he would, just tell a little bit about what his background is, how he got into where you want to go, and what he's doing right now. Help me welcome Mike Koval. And Mike, use this microphone right here if you would.
Testing.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
I don't really know what he wants me to say here, but kind of give a little background where it came from. I met John in January of 1997, just a few years ago. And through what he does for a living, he's able to look at people and find out if he thinks they might be somebody who would fit into a public speaking role. And he was looking for speakers at the time. And he said, "Are you interested in the stock market?" And I said, "No, not really." "Are you interested in public speaking?" I said, "No, not really. I have a job, and I'm a grocery manager for Safeway, and I'm pretty happy with what I'm doing, but it's not really what I would do forever." So he said, "Well, I think you would probably be pretty good at this public speaking." And I said, "I don't know anything about it." And he said, "Well, you know, they make quite a bit of money." And I said, "How much money?" And so he told me. I said, "I might be interested in something like that." And so he wanted to kind of find out a little bit more about me. And at that time, I was just getting involved in some real estate. He came out to a house that I was doing. It's a little tiny house. It was pretty bad shape. We bought it as an FHA 203K fixer-upper type thing. He came out to the house and he said, "I'll help you." At that point, I think we were doing some drywalling. And so he was helping me mud and tape, and he didn't want to get dirty, so he's like throwing a little bit of mud up there and just trying not to get dirty. But he's doing his best out there. But he was really sticking with it, and I was surprised. He stayed for a good 5 or 6 hours, I think, before he took off, and I was pretty surprised that he would do that. But he was really there just to find out about me and what my personality was like, to see if I might fit this type of a role. So must have turned out okay. He invited me down to some speaker training. Went through speaker training and started in January of 97. In March of 97, I was out speaking, public speaking on stock market finances. And at that time, I really didn't know much about the stock market, so I was trying to study as quick as I could. I had never had a brokerage account. I didn't do anything in the stock market before that, so I just immersed myself. And I went out as more of a backup speaker to kind of help out type of thing. Excuse me. It's just early in the morning. I didn't think I'd be speaking, so I was up late last night. One of the things that you don't want to do as a public speaker, especially not in London.